Do we want it? Do we need it? Honestly, I think it
covered why.
I know. I thought it had a great ending regardless. The fact that they were canceled on Fox, picked up on Netflix, and they got to like finish their seasons out. It's pretty amazing. That doesn't really happen. Like we've talked about on the show before. And they had that chance to actually go on their own. They got to have the whole God complex. Would he become God or not? Would he stay as a devil? They dealt with all that in Netflix. But the creators were actually saying that they would like to go back to the Lucifer universe, saying they'd rather like to do like another continuation of the show, or they like to have a Broadway continuity where it goes into a Broadway thing. They do a musical version, or they do an animated version. They like to do one of those. They're trying to figure it out right now, but they do not want to be done with Lucifer. They said they had so much fun making this. This thing first came out it's been so long, It's like I said, you started Fox and you go. Yeah, I think it was like 15. It was August of 2016 it came out actually.
Yeah.
Then it left 2018 to Netflix, and then we're on Netflix for the final run. And Tom Ellis is great as the devil in this. I feel like he was awesome. But the fact is, he doesn't want to keep doing this either. He literally said before that he was done, like he wants to do other roles. That was another reason why they could barely keep him. But they got him to finish the show. So I don't know if you get him back. I don't know if you touch it anymore. I feel like it did so well at the end. You gave it a good ending. Why mess with that? Sabrina, you were a fan of the show. What do you think about this coming back for another season, or should they leave it in the past?
No, stop. Just everyone stop. Why? This is all I say on the show. I swear every single day. Like, think of something new. Okay. That was great. You did a great job. Why don't you and your friend, the two of you, sit down and think about something else that's really cool and great and work that out for us. I'm sure we would love to see a new property from you because that was a really great show. It was very clever. It was inventive. It was fun. It was different. Like, do that. Please don't put Lucifer on Broadway. Pretty please. With sugar on top. Don't do that. Okay. And a cartoon. I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel like the animation thing, I think, is kind of as like a resurgence now of like bringing things back through. Yeah, it's really like all of a sudden like that's like this new trend, and until like I don't want to shoot it down because there are some things that I said like that sounds really cool, or like that could be a cool thing to do. And the original thing that I thought would be good for was to finish Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Because he had said that they might do an animated, and that show ended very abruptly, and it needs to be tied up, and so I would love to see that. But like in this instance, they tied everything up perfectly. It's like one of the only shows that really ended with like a satisfactory completion. You know what I mean? Where people weren't like, oh, why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? What about this? What about that? Like it was very neatly tied in a bow. There are very few series that accomplish that, so I don't think you should mess with it.
Yeah, but they want to mess with this, so I don't know why they want to keep messing with things. Like, but like the animation thing can be fun. Again. It's like our friends out there that love what was that, Babylon 5, whoever it was, Sabrina? What was that?
Yep, love Babylon 5. And I completely disagree with Sabrina on Babylon 5.
I apologize in the comments of that segment, everybody, by the way. So I had some very good conversations with some people who left some comments, and I said I was going to check it out. And also in that vein, that would also be a good avenue to use animation because everyone is older and you can't use them in a live action thing. So you can still use their voices and keep it true to the source material and have a continuation of that show as well. So it makes sense for that too. It does not make sense for, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like last time, Jacob, we talked about Married with Children on here too, doing that makes sense animated, if you want to keep the same voice cast. That makes sense. But this,
I've been going. I'm sorry.
Get in there.
I was just saying, I've been gone for 2 weeks. I come back and we're still talking about the same shit. Like they haven't done anything different, and they wonder why the writers are on strike right now. You fucking need writers,
right?
You need these fucking people. This is a prime.
These are the conversations
example.
coming up
2
now.
fucking weeks ago, we talked about this shit, and they're still going. You know what? Let's turn this into a cartoon. Let's turn this into a cartoon. Let's put this on Broadway. Go fuck yourself. Pay your writers what you need to pay them, and get them to write you some original content so we can get back to fucking business.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it matters. Like you need to have writers, they need to have their jobs, and we need people working, or it's just gonna be a big clusterfuck going on. It's just not. It's why we have writers. There's an infrastructure for a reason.